running back going. And the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
Shakes off. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Off play action on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the Hawkeyes will have it 1st and 10. They'll run play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Mayo. Hey, that's a live ball. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. 3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Man, that's a great example of KYP. Know your personnel. A QB that doesn't run great, trying to get outside the pocket. Nice job by the defense applying pressure and running him down and getting the huge loss.
That 53-yard attempt was well within his range, but now this offense will take over at its own 36. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to go up top. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. Never really got that return flanking, but the offense is set up at the 30. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Off the play fake. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Quarterback adapted. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Well, they tried the play fake, but it fooled absolutely nobody.
And that's the problem with play-action pass, Reese, is that it takes time to develop. The quarterback's got to fake the handoff, and receivers generally are running routes further downfield. So the offensive line has got to be able to hold up that extra second to give their QB an opportunity, and they weren't able to do it there.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. The short hands. It's Jones.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Here's the return. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. Oh, it looks like the offense was able to recover it.
As a former quarterback, I definitely never had the guts to ever want to be a return man. And that right there is the reason why, guys. I don't need anybody having a 50-yard run at me trying to take my head off. So, listen, I mean, I feel for that return guy. He's lucky, though, that his group of guys was able to jump back on the ball.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He wants to throw. He finds his man. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. And guys, this can be a great time to look for a big play on 2nd and inches. A shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Penn State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Virginia took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Cavaliers that fired on all cylinders. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels. All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the play.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Movement here from the tight end. And off to Jones. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. They're bringing heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Look, it's sloppy out here. It's wet. The ball is slick. It's not easy to kick in these types of conditions. That's now his 2nd missed field goal, but I know this kicker's disappointed in himself because he's good enough to make these kicks.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Feeling some heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Going up top. Makes the grab at the 25, and there's room. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a touchdown pass from 59 yards out. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the returner goes down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick.
Oh, look out. There he goes. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa, Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engaged, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the first and second quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the second quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They'll put the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pulls it in. It's Mayo. Stops after making the catch. This feels like 4-down territory, third and short from the 40. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Takes it from the gun on third down. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster. The Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. The offense is playing great. Defense has gotten stops. You're in a position now, Palmer, to put the hammer down and get a 3-possession lead.
I'm really impressed with their physicality on both sides of the ball early in this one. They've been winning in the trenches. So here on offense, keep running the football and show your dominance.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Had to get rid of it quickly. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Shakes off the tackler. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. And you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Makes a grab enough for the first. Turns it on in midfield. He's loose. Inside the 10. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it.
Touchdown, Penn State! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. And the Hawkeyes want to crank the tempo. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Quickly to the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play call.
Lofts one high and deep. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Whips it out in the flat. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting a pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Complete out of the backfield. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. And the Nittany Lions are in the red zone. Fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Steps away to find some room. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Iowa City as we say hello from our broadcast studios. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius. With that said, let's kick it back to the guys inside Kinnick Stadium.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and